Hello everybody, you know me. Okay, no you don't, but I am the Smart Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion. I'm Issa J, and I'm here with
Liam Landry
and
DJ.
So, it's Survivor Series, I think, and we're gonna run down the card. Alright, Steven.
I don't know, it seems like a lot of exercise running down the card.
Oh yeah,
come on.
Yes.
we'll walk
Okay.
down the card for you.
Yes. Oh,
I'm crawling. So.
I guess we'll start off with the Cruiserweight Championship match.
Enzo versus Kalisto.
Yes.
Uh,
Enzo Amore champion, Kalisto challenger.
Yeah, this one's actually tough because they could. I don't know if they're gonna try to allow Enzo to be the new Neville to try to boost up the
that was
205 Live, or if they're just gonna kick it in the balls even more and give it to Kalisto. What do you think?
Wait, is it a three-way match?
No.
No, it's just
Oh, okay.
Enzo Amore versus Kalisto
That's what I thought. All right, okay.
for the Cruiserweight Championship.
I think it would be a little smarter just to keep it on to Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
Just to establish it for a little longer.
Yeah.
See what he can do with other people. I mean, you can't make him have the heat of the entire 205 crew and not maybe use it a little bit more.
True.
I mean,
And especially since they just added a lot of their UK talent into there, it'd be pretty good to do a whole feud with one of the UK talent with Enzo, a proper babyface. One that isn't Kalisto, maybe?
yeah.
Kalisto with an accent. So what do you think? Who's going to win?
Same thing. I agree with everything you said. I mean, I'm picking Enzo because I think they should do it, but I don't necessarily think they're going to go that way just because because WWE has shown that they don't hold storyline. Look at what they did with the tag team titles. They kept going back and forth. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been wrong before. I was wrong last at Hell in a Cell. I didn't pick Enzo. I could have won the title, but I didn't. But this time I'm going with Enzo. Hopefully they keep the feud going. We'll find out.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep it on Enzo just to give that little bit of that heat push.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep that fire going. And you said Enzo as well?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Next match.
So next is Intercontinental Champion, The Miz versus the United States Champion Baron Corbin. And I may probably messed that up. I don't know.
No,
That's
that
right,
was
yeah.
right on the
Yeah,
money.
okay.
Right on the money.
I could have gotten
Those are two
confused.
SmackDowns,
one.
right?
No, SmackDown versus Raw. That's what most of them are.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But one thing you were saying earlier that I was saying is like you were thinking there were going to be countouts and stuff because you're not going to
Yes.
see him, and you specifically said you're not going to see him bury the Miz, and I think you're dead wrong because they didn't seem to have a problem in the past with that.
Yes. Yeah, off camera I said I feel like they're not going to bury the Miz because he's been doing such great work, but
And I, of course, disagreed with that.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm going with Baron Corbin.
I agree with you. I don't do this very often, but I'm actually agreeing with somebody on two topics. I agree with Steven again because it seems like Kevin Nash, the way they're doing the storyline, does not like The Miz. Does not want to give him the spotlight, does not want to give him his appreciation or whatever it is. And I just think it's Baron Corbin's time now. It's slowly getting to be his time. Finally.
I think it's going to be Baron Corbin winning, but via disqualification in order to keep The Miz. Because The Miz still has his Miztourage, and he's going to bring them out, and they're going to interfere. I feel like this time it's just going to be like Miz is not going to care about, because they're two heels going against each other, and this is one of the rare times where 80% of this match is either faces versus faces or heels versus heels. So I think the Miztourage will definitely interfere and cost Miz the match without Miz really caring, giving Baron the win.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we can go on to the Raw Tag Team Champions versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Cesaro and Sheamus, with the Bar versus the Usos.
Yeah, I'll start this one.
Yeah.
I'll start this one. This has the potential of being a show stealer, without a doubt. The Bar and the Usos have proven time and time again, as well as the Shield and the New Day, and we'll get to them later. They know how to put on 5-star matches. And the fact that they don't have 5 stars yet is ridiculous to me, but I think they're giving it to the Bar for some weird reason, because they just gave them back the titles, and in order to keep them pushing forward, keeping them strong, that's where they're headed, because the Usos can't afford a loss to another brand. But I don't see any Raw team winning clean. If or losing clean. I don't see them losing clean at all. If they lose, it's shenanigans, and I think the Bar is going to end up winning. There's my thoughts.
I don't really know. This could go. This is one of the harder matches to pick. It could go either way. Now the Usos, yeah, they could, pick the Usos. Yeah, great. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't think at first we thought this would be the Shield, right? But WWE surprised us once again and gave us Sheamus and Cesaro, which I think is actually a better match. Now the question is, will any of the Miztourage come out and help out Sheamus and Cesaro? Because I don't know if they're still together or not. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but for the last pay-per-view they were together, and if they are still working together, I think that like Isaac said, they're going to lose disqualification.
Who's Isaac?
Issa, sorry.
I'm Issa J.
Yeah, sorry. But the thing is, like Issa said, it's going to be Usos with the disqualification.
What say you, Liam?
I know I've told in the past that Cesaro is one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yes.
In there, but I always felt that he was historically not used properly. Also,
Tragically used incorrectly, time and time again.
And also, to be completely honest with you, I didn't even know that they got the titles. That must have happened on the Raw.
When they were in the UK.
The day before.
It was 2 weeks ago in the UK.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was the same week
That's right.
AJ Styles beat
And the thing about that is
Jinder, that's his name.
Yeah.
is there's been lots of talk of Shield breakup, and I kind of feel that maybe the reason why they got the title, in order to not have to worry about that when the Shield breaks up. And because of that, I don't think they're going to give them a strong run here. I think they're transitional at best. Sadly, because it's also the best work Sheamus has done in a long time.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
But that's why I will go with the Usos instead. Also interesting. I'm looking at the card. They don't. Oh no, there it is. Never mind.
So, yeah, we'll do a recap
Of the
at
picks
the end.
later, yeah.
Yes. All right. What's
Well,
the next match?
Okay. Well, we just brought it up, so I can say now that the Shield versus New Day.
Shield versus New Day. So the Shield is supposed to break up already after only being together for
It doesn't
couple
necessarily
months?
mean that it's going to happen now, but
Mhm.
they're probably starting to plan for it and have it
Okay.
eventually happen. But you never know.
Yeah. So what do you think?
What do I think? Well,
Another possible show stealer.
But wait, you said the Shield versus New Day?
yeah.
Isn't New Day in the big match too? Or they're in the, I thought they were in the Raw versus SmackDown.
No.
Oh, Xavier Woods is, sorry.
Nope.
Xavier Woods.
I thought they
Shane
were,
McMahon,
No.
John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode.
okay, I'm sorry.
Oh wow, Bobby Roode is in this pay-per-view. Wow.
Yes. Mhm. They added him late though. You can go. Would you like me
So
to
out
go?
of it, yeah, I still need to think about it.
Okay. I really don't know, but I think if they want to break up, there might be some chaos tonight since this is a big pay-per-view. Everybody's hyped for the card. They might do something to mess up one. I think the New Day's gonna steal the
Get
show.
more into camera. You're
I'm sorry.
popping
I
out.
think the New Day's gonna steal the show. I really do. They always seem to find a way to steal the show.
So you think they're winning?
Yeah, I picked them. Yeah.
Yeah, I honest. Okay, so obviously the tag team division is the strongest it's ever been since Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and Dudley Boys, and when Eminem, Hardy Boys, and the High Flying Paulin and Brian Kendrick were together. So this, obviously, these matches are going to be amazing if given the right amount of time. I think it's going to be the Shield because they're finally together for the first time in a while. And if they plan on breaking them up, why not break them up at WrestleMania? Why not build them up so strong so that way when the breakup does happen, it is just as surprising as the first time? Because they had a squash match against Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. The next day, the next Raw, Seth Rollins betrayed him. If you want to turn Dean heel, again, do the same kind of formula without giving any hints to it. That's the best way to shock people. So keep the Shield strong.
Yeah, I was leaning towards the Shield beforehand, but I do feel that there'd be some type of miscommunication, some more breakdown, if not even a full turn to give the New Day the win. And the big thinking is that the Shield breaking up, the thought is that it will be Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Ooh,
So I give it to the New Day for tonight.
Cool. All right.
Okay. We got the Raw Women's Champion versus SmackDown Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair.
So we know who I'm repping. But
Alexa.
I love me some Bliss. Miss Bliss for life. And yes, Miss Bliss, you do have a cute butt. But
I was first on that. The Alexa Bliss thing.
But the question is,
I think because
I don't know.
how they're booking Charlotte, if WWE is going to give anybody a SmackDown victory, I think it's going to be with the women. And I've been hearing this a lot from a lot of people with Carmella, especially if Carmella goes out with the women's first, and then the women's tag team champion, well, not tag team, when the women's champion match happens after the Raw versus SmackDown Women's Survivor Series match, if Carmella's already wrestled and she just walks out, leaves, stays healthy, she can easily cash in on a very tired Charlotte Flair. And like I've been saying before, if you want to get the most out of Carmella, give her Charlotte, not Natalya. So I think it's going to be Charlotte Flair winning with a cash in. I know I was wrong the last time I mentioned the cash in, but hey, why not go for it?
And I agree with you just because the 30 for 30 on Ric Flair just came out, and I think they're going to try to promote that more by giving Charlotte Flair the win. And if Carmella comes out healthy, yeah, they might do it here. I could say a cash in too. So yeah, I got Carmella.
Here's Charlotte.
Charlotte, sorry. I messed up there.
Even more important than the for Thursday. She also has a book out too, Charlotte Flair.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm giving it to her.
Yeah,
I would prefer Alexa Bliss, of course, and this is actually kind of an interesting matchup because they haven't really been on the same roster since NXT. Because Alexa Bliss went to SmackDown, and then and Charlotte was in Raw, and then when Alexa Bliss went to Raw, Charlotte went to SmackDown. So it's actually kind of interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is
So since the very first tournament where Alexa Bliss actually debuted, that was the only time they ever fought each other. So it's actually since then this the first time they're gonna meet up. So it's kind of interesting in that regard. But yeah,
I would
Charlotte.
also like to point out that Charlotte versus Alexa, if it was Natalia versus Alexa and they gave Natalia the win, that would just
We riot?
We riot, yeah.
Yes.
Because
I
one,
do agree.
when it comes to heel work, Natalia has nothing on Alexa. Alexa has been able to time and time again rile up the fans the correct way, except for us because Miss Bliss for life. And it just, the styles would clash in the worst kind of way. So
And
adding Charlotte
style,
was a great move.
I
and
Thank
you know,
you,
styles
WWE.
clashing never wins match.
I do have a question for y'all too. Do you think Carmella would get so pissed off that she lost that she would mess up, like hurt Charlotte, to where it would make it easier for Carmella to cash in? Do you think Alexa would do something like that?
That's not her MO.
It's not. Okay.
If she would get
Because I have seen her
Plus,
do
Nia
that before.
Jax to do it.
And plus, it's blissed off.
All right.
No, I won't say that.
Okay.
No, if it's gonna be like a really good match, and she's
Yeah.
just gonna be like, if they're gonna book Carmella to cash in, you blindside Charlotte. That's the best way
Right.
to do it. Blindside
Yeah,
her, make
okay.
her like get knocked out, hand it in. The ref has no choice but to ring the bell, even if Charlotte is laying down.
No, but she's got to be standing up before they ring the bell.
She
Well,
doesn't.
she has to be awake.
She doesn't.
No, those are just kind of rules they sometimes bring up.
Oh, okay.
Then
Because look at
sometimes
look
they'll-
at when Seth cashed in against Roman and
Yeah, they were really both down.
Yeah, they were
at that
both down
That
after
is
like a
true.
huge F5 and a spear, and
And all
then
he did was
time. And that was also
Yeah.
curb stomp for the victory.
and that also
Bring that back, Vince. Curb
That-
stomp is awesome.
and that also
Yes,
oddly
please.
made it a triple threat match for some reason too.
Yeah.
So they bend the rules all the time with that. Okay, so we're going on to the next one.
yeah.
Talk about the Universal Champion versus WWE Champion. I'm of course saving the Survivor Series matches to the end.
Okay.
That's
so Brock
perfectly
Lesnar
fine.
versus AJ Styles.
Brock Lesnar versus just
We love you, Styles, but you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I mean if they would sacrifice your first WrestleMania to give Chris Jericho the win, yeah, they'll sacrifice you. to
But that's
Brock.
awesome that you even have the championship right now.
Mm-hmm.
Two-time WWE champion. Who would have thought?
Now these aren't championship matches. These are just matches.
Definitely
champion
not
versus
Dixie
champion.
Carter.
Wait.
That's the owner of
Burn.
TNA.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good burn.
No, but no, yeah, I hate to say it. Every time Brock Lesnar comes back, he'll lose one match, but they'll give it right back to him. Yeah, and they're not gonna really. Brock Lesnar's gonna come back to lose to AJ Styles. Don't get me wrong, he's good and all, but the way they hype up Brock Lesnar, Heyman's not gonna let it happen.
Okay, so we can move on to the women's Survivor Series match.
Alright.
5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match.
All right,
Oh, so Natalia has been confirmed.
Yeah, she
Yes.
got confirmed today.
today.
So
Yeah.
all you Paige theorists,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's actually, once I heard that, I was like, oh, Raw wins then. Because if Paige came back, then yeah, they would end up giving it to SmackDown just because of that, to give more hype.
Is Paige?
But seeing as Raw has, Asuka,
Yeah.
who I wouldn't even be surprised.
And
to see-
Naya.
I wouldn't even be surprised to see Asuka as it's the Raw team is Captain Alicia Fox, Bailey, Sasha Banks,
She's
Nia
actually
Jax,
doing her
and
best
Asuka.
heel work as Captain Alicia Fox. Keep that gimmick going.
And then SmackDown is the team captain is Becky Lynch. Then there's Naomi, Carmella, Tamina, and Natalia. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Asuka as a sole survivor coming out of this. All the other ones have some type of mess up. Maybe Alicia Fox.
I can see Alicia being the first to go. No, I can see Carmella being the first to go.
If
And
your
then-
cashing prediction's right, yeah.
Yeah, if my cash-in prediction is right, Carmella would be the first to go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, goodbye Alicia.
Natalia.
Good.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
well, I was thinking like Alicia
Bayley.
Fox maybe like starts like yelling at someone in the ring.
Mhm.
Maybe something like maybe a Sasha Banks, and then someone attacks her from behind and gets her like that. So as to say that Sasha Banks didn't really lose cleanly, he was distracted, so something like that. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if Asuka becomes a sole survivor just to build her up and make her look, well, like NXT booked her.
She still is undefeated, correct?
And if it's not
Yeah.
Asuka, if it's not Asuka being sole survivor, it's Asuka and Nia Jax just dominating. Because come on WWE, please build her up as a beast again.
I hate to
Nia
say
Jax?
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate
Nia
to say
Jax
it.
she has a beautiful smile.
Raw has a better women's division than SmackDown. I hate to say it. So I agree with these two.
There's no
Raw.
reason to hate to say it. It's just the truth.
I mean,
Because they're not booking Becky right. They're not doing
right, they're
feuds.
not right. They're not
in order to build them up to other championship
what with the
feuds.
SmackDown.
And they don't have Asuka.
Yeah.
And they don't have Asuka
That is
Well,
right.
that's the bliss.
anymore.
Okay, next.
Okay.
Last match.
Men's 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Raw team captain Kurt Angle, Triple H, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe versus SmackDown team captain Shane McMahon, John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode.
And can
Okay.
I add something?
This one doesn't make any bloody sense, you guys.
Can I add something?
What?
They Stephanie McMahon did say something about Kurt Angle possibly getting fired or getting a strong look at if he doesn't win this match.
Okay.
So that's I don't know if they're gonna play the angle
but
of him.
will they give Raw the lost 2 years, 2 Survivor Series in a row? It's really hard to.
Say no.
It's really hard to think they will. But then again,
Crazier things have happened, right?
AJ Styles is champion again.
Undertaker losing at WrestleMania.
We can also think like this is the second time Braun Strowman's been in a 5-man tag match. It's bad luck with him. He gets thrown into garbage trucks for some reason.
He does.
Yeah.
But luckily he doesn't have Kane to. Okay, so this match is going to have the most shenanigans out of them all. Because I think there's going to be shenanigans
Yeah.
at least 50% of this
I mean,
show.
you're thinking of Kane. Kane running to distract Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think Kane's
I
going to
agree.
come in to do something to distract Braun Strowman, get him out. They feud all the way to the back. Then we have the Shane O'Mac. He's going to get distracted by who else but
I always loved that character.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin
Kevin
Owens might
Owens
come back.
and bloody
They're not in the match. Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, thank you.
They're not in the match.
They're gonna come in. I know they're just gonna
Yeah.
be there distracting and
Yeah.
taking them out.
No, they were in the kickoff match against Breezango.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like they're gonna get involved. Kane's getting involved. So there's 3 people getting involved already.
I'm seeing Bobby Roode as betraying people. Because, I mean, you look at the SmackDown and he sticks out as the only real heel.
Yeah.
And a notably cowardly heel, too. I remember when he was in the Dusty Rhodes Classic in NXT, and basically, I think it was Sanity was beating up his partner, and he just ran away. And they didn't even really have that first
yeah,
match.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
I also, and then the only, because the way they're booking Braun Strowman, if he's gonna get eliminated, it has to be with shenanigans, because then he just looks weak.
And
And
you
then
got to be Kane because they don't have James Ellsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're setting
And
up a
then-
match against Kane and Braun Strowman for
Yes.
the future?
Mm-hmm.
At the next
Probably WrestleMania.
you think WrestleMania's going to go out that long? Okay.
Yeah.
And then
That's awesome.
with
And it's-
and then Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura have also ties. And then if Simon Miller from What Culture, there's a plug, you guys. Sorry, I know not to
Oh, that's
let
all
people,
right.
our fans know about.
We can give a little
that.
shout out every now and then.
He thinks that Mr. Bryan, Daniel Bryan, will come out and become a heel as well. I don't see that happening, but if it does, then that'll take care of 3.
Wait.
And if that leaves Bobby Roode and John Cena,
Do you
I
think-
can see them as. Let Lowell Cena wins Soul Survivor. It's happened too many times, and
But
if
who's
they're
gonna-
really gonna pull
who's
the
gonna be
plug
the SmackDown?
on the Kurt Angle thing, his son comes in, screws over Triple H, and then screws over his dad, Kurt Angle.
Man, wouldn't that be great? Jason Jordan versus Triple H at WrestleMania. I couldn't even get through that.
Really?
So I mean, and then who else is there?
But
Finn
who's gonna
and
be the
Samoa,
who's gonna
and
be
then
the-
they're gonna get each
Yeah.
other taken out.
Right.
So Finn, Samoa get, and that just leaves Bobby Roode just runs tail. See, yeah, if Bobby Roode this is how I see it, you guys. I'm giving it to Team SmackDown, by the way, but. Shinsuke, Randy, and Shane are going to get distracted and taken out because of shenanigans. Braun is getting taken out by shenanigans. Kurt and... This entire match is nothing but shenanigans, okay?
Yeah.
Team SmackDown via shenanigans.
Best match of the night, SmackDown. I agree.
I wouldn't say best match of the night.
Second best.
Nope.
No,
keep
no,
going.
no. Well,
I always think-
I say best match because I like shenanigans. I'm a big fan of distraction, shenanigans, stuff outside the ring that's not going on in the match. So that's why I call it the best match. The best match, don't get me wrong, is going to be the Usos, but with a lot of shenanigans, because that's my favorite part, it's going to be this match.
And you, sir?
Yeah, I go with SmackDown. They gave Raw the women's one. Well, I'm picking them to give Raw the women's one,
Right.
so
Mm-hmm.
they probably give.
We all picked Raw.
And also, if you remember, at the Go Home show of SmackDown, we saw Raw standing tall. That usually indicates
That you
they're
lose.
yeah.
But wait,
I mean, look at what happened with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Like if you're in the go home show before pay per view, you might as well just beat yourself up.
wait, are you Raw was standing tall at the SmackDown show?
Yes,
That happened on the same thing happened on Raw. SmackDown was standing tall at the end
we're
of.
saying the go home show.
Yeah, the Go Home show, the show before the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
So that is our predictions. Let's go through them right quick. Again, Enzo More, all 3 of us, I believe.
Yes.
Yes,
And then
The Miz versus Baron Corbin.
I have Baron Corbin via disqualification.
Same.
Baron Corbin via, I think, pinfall.
Yeah, I got a pinfall on that one. Yeah.
And he has pinfall.
Yeah,
All right, then we have
the Bar versus the Usos.
Bar versus Usos.
No.
I have the Bar. He has,
The Usos.
and he has the Bar. Pretty sure you picked the
Yeah,
Bar.
pretty sure you picked
Who's the
Bar.
Bar?
Yeah, Sheamus and.
Oh yeah, I did. I
So
did.
the Bar, Usos.
No.
Then
Oh,
it
yeah.
was the New Day versus the Shield, and we have New Day, Shield,
I agree with Stephen Newton.
New Day.
Yeah.
Then
Raw
we
Women's
all have
Champion.
Charlotte, and
Yep.
then we
Universal Champion.
all have Brock.
The
We
women's.
all have Raw for women and SmackDown for men.
Yeah.
So
So-
that is our predictions, everybody.
We do have a couple empty ones, so we do have a couple of different ones, different picks,
And
so
yeah,
we shouldn't have a
match-
tiebreaker.
We haven't seen it, but Matt Hardy definitely lost to Elias, and
By the way,
Brizongo lost.
You think so?
Yes.
They definitely lost to
That's a shame because I like them.
Owens and Zayn. And if we're wrong,
We'll
my
find
bad. Well, it should be a good match, and we'll.
I mean, if they're wrong, that's probably WWE's bad.
True.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we'll see you at the end of the pay-per-view, giving our quick reactions and rundown of whether or not it was worth it, the show. Let's hope it was. And we'll also have another video up with NXT War Games. Was it worth it? Well, you'll find out with Mr. Liam Landry over here.
And I am doing SmackDown starting Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I will tell you if it was worth it. All the segments that happened during SmackDown.
I've got Raw.
And
I
NXT.
got NXT.
SmackDown
So-
and you have 205 Live as well, right, Ethan?
Yeah, I will end up picking up 205 Live as well.
I should also say that it's probably not going to actually be on Tuesday.
Yeah,
You know, it'll probably be the next day.
yeah, the day after is
Right,
when everything's
yeah.
going to come out.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, it will be awesome.